How's it, guys? Welcome to another edition of Eddie Plays Music. My name's Eddie. I'll be playing the music, and as you guys well know, I'm going through the Advanced Funk Studies by Rick Latham. This video is going to be a little bit different because I'm realizing that I'm rushing through these exercises so that I can get the book done, and I don't want that. So I'm just going to take it easy. Instead of doing 10 of these exercises at once, which is the funk patterns, I'm going to do 4 of them at once. And once I'm happy with those 4, I'll move on to the next 4. So I'm actually wanting to take this book in bite sizes, you know. Okay, let's get the metronome going. I haven't played in 2 days now, which is to my shame. I've been busy though, so let's go for it. Let me get my trusty metronome up and going. And where am I at? I'm at 120. Nope. Let me go to 100. Okay. Okay, let's try it now the other way. Okay, so that's exercise 51. Okay. Let's try something if this will work. Exercise 51 at 100. Exercise 51 at 120. Okay, at 120, 140. Let's say 140. Okay, 2, 3. Okay, at 140, let me try 160. 160. Let me do 180. Yo, 180 is gonna be quick. Okay, up until, what was that? What is it? Up until 180. Wow, okay, that's pretty cool. I think I'm going to stick to doing this. So I'll exercise 51, 100. Okay, let me just start over again. Funk patterns, 51 at 100, 120, 160, 180. Okay, funk pattern, let's go on to number 52 at 100. Okay, let me go back to 100, which is pretty slow now. Okay, number 52. There were 100 nailed, 120. Okay, I think I got 52 at 120, 52 at 140. 140 sorted, 120, 140, 100, 120, 140, 160. Okay, at 160 I think I got it. 120, 140, 160. Let's try 180. Oh! Okay, did I do 180? I did. Okay. All right, exercise number 52 at 120, 120, 140, 160, and 180. Okay, exercise number 53. Let's move on to exercise number 53. Let's go all the way back to 100. Oh, why am I so confused? And E and oh. And E and E and E. Wow. E and E and E and E. Whew, okay, 53 is a bit tough. 53 at 100 is, I think I got nailed. Okay, so that was at 120, 140. Okay, it's 53 at 140, 53 at 160, 53 at 160. Phew, I'm struggling at 140. What 160? Okay, I'm struggling at 160. Come on, 60. And the 2E, and the 3E, and the 4E, 1E, and the 2E, and the 3E, and the 4E, 1E, 1E, and the 2E, and the 3E, and the 4E, 1E, and the 2E, and the 3E, 1E, and the 2E, and the 3E, and the 4E, 1E, and the 1E, and the 2E, and the 3E, and the 4E, 1E, and the 1E, 1E, and the 2E, and the 3E, and the 4E, 1E, and the start. I always suck at the start. And the 2E, and the 3E, and the 4E, 1E, and the 2E, and the 3E, and the 4E, 1E, and 1E, and the 2E, and the 3E, and the 4E, 1, 1E, and the 1E, and the 2E, and the 3E, and the 4E, 1E, and the 2E, and the 3E, and the 4E. 16th notes are getting hard. And the 2E, and the 3E, and the 4E, 1E, and the 2E, and the 3E, and the 4E, 1E, and the 2E, and the 3E, and the 4E, 1E, and the 1E, and the 2E, and the 3E, and the 4E, 1E, and the 2E, and the 3E, and the 4E, 1E, and struggling so much with this one. What am I at 160? Okay, I can't go this one too fast, so I'm just going to cap this one at not even 160, at 100, 120, 140. At 160 I failed. Okay, let me go on to number 54. 54 at 100. Okay, that one I capped at 160, but at 160 I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it properly. That's fine. 3 E and 3 E and 3 E and three, 3 E and 3 E and Okay, so exercise number 54 at 100. I've done at 120. Let's try that out. Still got time, still got time. About 10 minutes left. But I think this one's going to take up all of that time. It's a double bar, this one. Okay, so 54 at 120. Let's go on to 140. $140. Okay, 54 at 140. Is that 140? Yeah, it's 140. Okay, cool. 140. Well, no problem. Let's do 160. Okay, 160. More 160. No, I'm still 140. 160 is like really fast. That piece stuffs me up. I'm having a bit of trouble with this one. Do I have time for I got a bit of time. Okay, got 2 minutes left. I improvised on a couple of times there. C, E, N, D, Okay, I think that's all the time I have for now, but I like this exercise. It's actually been, what am I on? I'm on? I could only get to 160. Let me see if I can get to 180 on the next round for this one. I'll do it if I can remember to do it, but I enjoyed that. I think that I'm going to practice now. From now on, that's going to be my practice routine, where I'm going to do one exercise and I'm going to lane it from 100, 120, 140, 160, and I'll see if I can get to 180. But I will do it to failure, but one exercise at a time. I'm not going to take a whole 5 of them. That's just too much. I would rather take one at a time. And look, today I've only achieved 4 exercises, but I believe that I've achieved them better than usual. And it's allowing me more time to actually take the exercise in, if you know what I mean. Right? Okay. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for joining me. Very much appreciate your company. Hope you enjoyed the session as much as I have. Though I highly doubt it. But, stay hip and happening, guys.